The average CEO reads 60 books per year, while the average American reads just 4. That's not a coincidence. It's one of the key differences between people who build successful businesses and those who struggle to get their ventures off the ground. But here's the problem. With thousands of business books published every year, most entrepreneurs waste time reading the wrong ones. They get caught up in trendy titles that offer quick fixes instead of the foundational knowledge that actually builds successful businesses. Today, I'm sharing the 7 essential books that have shaped the thinking of history's most successful entrepreneurs. These aren't the newest releases or the most popular titles. They're the timeless classics that teach principles you'll use for decades. I've personally read over 200 business books, and these 7 contain more practical wisdom than all the others combined. By the end of this video, you'll have a reading list that could transform your entrepreneurial journey. Hit that subscribe button because I'm sharing the knowledge that separates successful entrepreneurs from everyone else. Book number 1, The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. If you only read one book about building a business, make it The Lean Startup. Eric Ries revolutionized how we think about entrepreneurship by introducing systematic methods for testing business ideas before committing massive resources. The core concept is the build, measure, learn cycle. Create minimum viable products, measure customer response, and learn what actually works before scaling. This approach prevents the fatal mistake of building products nobody wants, the number one reason startups fail. Ries introduces the concept of validated learning, using real customer data to make decisions rather than assumptions or opinions. This isn't just theory. Companies like Dropbox, Airbnb, and Zappos use these methods to build billion-dollar businesses. The book's most valuable lesson is the pivot, knowing when to change direction based on customer feedback rather than stubbornly pursuing your original idea. Most entrepreneurs view pivoting as failure, but Ries shows it's actually the path to success. For any entrepreneur, this book provides a systematic framework for reducing risk and increasing your odds of building something people actually want to buy. Book number 2, 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel co-founded PayPal and was Facebook's first major investor, giving him unique insights into what creates breakthrough businesses. 0 to 1 challenges conventional entrepreneurial wisdom and provides a contrarian framework for building monopolistic businesses. Thiel's central thesis is that true innovation means going from 0 to 1, creating something entirely new, rather than 1 to n, copying existing ideas. He argues that the most valuable companies are those that create new categories, rather than competing in existing ones. The book's most practical insight is the importance of building monopolies through superior technology, network effects, economies of scale, or branding. While monopoly sounds negative, Thiel shows that monopolistic businesses create the most value for society because they can invest in innovation rather than just competing on price. Thiel's framework for evaluating startup ideas is invaluable. Does it create 10 times better solutions? Can it start small and scale? Is the timing right? Do you have the right team? These questions prevent entrepreneurs from pursuing marginal improvements instead of breakthrough opportunities. The book also covers crucial topics like the power law of venture returns and why most businesses fail by trying to compete rather than innovate. Book 3, The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. Michael Gerber's The E-Myth Revisited addresses the fundamental misconception that technical expertise automatically translates to business success. Most entrepreneurs fail because they work in their business rather than on their business. Gerber introduces the concept of working on your business as a system rather than just doing the work yourself. He shows how to create processes and systems that can operate without constant founder involvement, enabling true scalability. The book's franchise model thinking is revolutionary for small business owners. Even if you never plan to franchise, thinking like a franchisor forces you to document processes, create consistent customer experiences, and build businesses that don't depend entirely on your personal involvement. Gerber's 3 business roles, entrepreneur, manager, and technician, help founders understand why they feel overwhelmed and how to balance strategic thinking with operational execution. The book provides practical tools for systematizing every aspect of your business, from customer acquisition to service delivery to financial management. These systems enable growth without proportional increases in founder stress and workload. Book number 4, Good to Great by Jim Collins. Jim Collins spent 5 years researching what separates good companies from truly great ones, analyzing decades of performance data to identify the specific factors that drive sustained excellence. The book's most famous concept is Level 5 leadership. Leaders who combine personal humility with professional will. These leaders focus on company success rather than personal recognition, making decisions based on what's best for the organization long term. Collins introduces the hedgehog concept, the intersection of what you're passionate about, what you can be best in the world at, and what drives your economic engine. Companies that focus on their hedgehog concept consistently outperform those that diversify into areas outside their core strengths. The flywheel effect explains how great companies build momentum through consistent actions that compound over time, rather than relying on dramatic breakthrough moments. This patience and persistence separate lasting successes from flash-in-the-pan companies. Collins also covers the importance of getting the right people on the bus before deciding where to drive it, and the discipline required to stop doing things that don't align with your core focus. Book 5, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. While not specifically a business book, Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman's insights into human decision-making are crucial for entrepreneurs who must make countless high-stakes decisions with incomplete information. Kahneman explains the 2 systems of human thinking. System 1, fast, intuitive, emotional, and System 2, slow, deliberate, logical. Understanding these systems helps entrepreneurs recognize when they're making emotion-based decisions disguised as logical analysis. The book covers cognitive biases that plague business decisions: confirmation bias, anchoring, overconfidence, and loss aversion. Entrepreneurs who understand these biases make better strategic decisions and avoid predictable mistakes. Kahneman's research on prospect theory explains why people make irrational financial decisions and how to structure choices to influence customer behavior. This knowledge is invaluable for pricing strategies, product positioning, and marketing campaigns. The book also provides frameworks for improving decision-making quality through systematic processes that counteract natural human biases. Book number 6, The Hard Thing About Hard Things by Ben Horowitz. Ben Horowitz co-founded Andreessen Horowitz, one of Silicon Valley's most successful venture capital firms. After building and selling multiple companies, his book addresses the brutal realities of entrepreneurship that most business books ignore. Unlike books that focus on success stories, Horowitz tackles the impossible decisions every entrepreneur faces: firing executives, laying off employees, pivoting strategies, and managing through crises. He provides practical frameworks for making decisions when there are no good options. The book's most valuable sections cover building company culture during rapid growth, managing the psychological pressure of leadership, and maintaining team morale during difficult periods. Horowitz's Wartime versus Peacetime CEO framework helps entrepreneurs understand when to use different leadership styles based on company circumstances. This adaptability is crucial for navigating the inevitable ups and downs of building a business. Book number 7, Principles by Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio built Bridgewater Associates into the world's largest hedge fund using systematic principles for decision-making and organizational management. His book provides frameworks that any entrepreneur can adapt. Dalio's concept of radical transparency, honest, direct communication about problems and performance, creates organizations that learn and improve faster than competitors. While initially uncomfortable, this approach prevents small problems from becoming major crises. The book's decision-making principles are invaluable for entrepreneurs. How to disagree productively, when to trust intuition versus data, and how to learn from mistakes without repeating them. Dalio's systematic approach to everything from hiring to strategic planning provides templates that entrepreneurs can customize for their specific situations. These 7 books provide a comprehensive foundation for entrepreneurial thinking, systematic startup methodology, breakthrough innovation strategies, business systematization, organizational excellence, decision-making psychology, crisis management, and principled leadership. Read them in order, take detailed notes, and most importantly, implement the concepts in your business. Knowledge without application is worthless. Plan to reread these books as your business grows. You'll discover new insights at different stages of your entrepreneurial journey. The entrepreneurs who succeed aren't necessarily the smartest or most creative. They're the ones who continuously learn from others who've solved similar problems. These 7 books represent hundreds of years of combined entrepreneurial experience and research. Reading is the highest leverage activity any entrepreneur can engage in. For the cost of a few books and some dedicated time, you gain access to insights that took others decades and billions of dollars to discover. Your competition probably isn't reading these books consistently. That gives you an enormous advantage if you commit to continuous learning and application. Which of these books are you most excited to read first? Let me know in the comments, and if this reading list could accelerate your entrepreneurial journey, hit that like button and subscribe for more business wisdom. Remember, leaders are readers. The knowledge you gain today becomes the competitive advantage you wield tomorrow.